Hey everyone, just walking around Norfolk International Airport waiting on my flight to go TDY to Texas.
Time on board the aircraft. Electronic smoking devices may not be plugged into any aircraft power source, including USB ports and AC outlets.
Here we go. And I really hate flying. This shouldn't take too long. Essentially, this flight is going to take me from Norfolk in Virginia to Chicago O'Hare, and from Chicago O'Hare down to Dallas, and from Dallas I'm gonna catch another flight to Fort Lawton in Oklahoma, get my rental car, and then drive back down to Texas. So, I mean, military sure does love to take you all over to get where you're ending up. Extremely cloudy day, and it's going to be in Texas as well and in Chicago, so a bunch of flights filled with turbulence, but it's kind of, you take what you can get. Finally about to land. Gonna land here, and then there's gonna be a couple hour layover, and then be on my way to Dallas. Alright, just got here, and automatically my gate changed and flight's delayed, so not once have I ever been to O'Hare and not had any issues with a flight, so kind of comes with the territory of coming out here. And all these flags in there keep throwing me off too, because they're both telling me to go different ways. Got here at 7 a.m. and it's 3:30 p.m. Was chilling at the USO. Got my phone charged back up from 10% to 91%. Hopefully last me the rest of the way. The way the ticketing was, since it's issued through DTS and not through American Airlines, I couldn't change anything in the flights. So as the flights delay, whatever they could find to fill the last stop on the flight, they have to do, because they can't change anything on the ticket. So I kind of got screwed, whereas anyone else could have just canceled that last leg. But now I had to wait here since 7 a.m. I got my next flight at 4:45 p.m., 2 hours. I'll get there at 6:45 p.m. and then I have another 4-hour layover just for a 1-hour flight to Lawton. So it is what it is. Roll with the punches.
U.S. law requires compliance with lighted and posted signs and crew member instructions. All flights are non-smoking, including e-cigarettes, vape devices, and smokeless tobacco.
Finally about to head out of Chicago and get to Dallas. It has been like 9.5 hours. I swear I've walked around that airport like twice, and the gate switched probably 6 times. I spent some time in the USO. Just an awful time, honestly. 9.5 hours, way too much. I can't imagine the different families that are there with like kids and stuff that got stuck there. Then again, they all probably changed their flights, but still. And yeah, like with these flights, whenever I fly, it's extremely hard for me to sleep the night before, because I'm afraid I'm going to oversleep or not wake up in time and miss my flight. So most of the time you get to these airports and you're already exhausted, and then all these flights on top of the layovers and everything happening, I'm completely out of it right now. I'm out of it, and I'm exhausted and tired, ready to get there. Essentially, the TDY that I'm going for is going to be for a mishap investigation course for jet engines. So, all in all, that'll be a good experience. So we're descending now over Dallas. I can't tell what stadium this is. I can't tell if it's like a soccer stadium or possibly the Cowboys or what. Not sure. Finally about to touch down, and then I got about, I think, an hour and a half, 2-hour layover to get to Echo Gates and catch my last flight to Oklahoma and catch my rental car. So about to be on the home stretch. So landed in Texas and just checking out a few cool shops here before I start my class for the next couple weeks, and found this pretty cool store, a bunch of cool belts, and literally just shelves and shelves of different cowboy boots. But yeah, thought that's pretty cool, and about to get into class. So this is a pretty cool class. There's a bunch of different engines that have crashed due to malfunction or pilot error that led to the planes or jets going down. There's a bunch of us in the class between militaries here in America as well as around the world, and also some engineers and other civilians. And we're essentially learning different things, different identifying factors of damage or types of damage and metallurgy. And also we're given these things like giant puzzles, and we're broken into teams after we learn specific things, and we have to try to find out what happened and what went wrong. And that's ultimately the purpose of this, trying to figure out what the root cause was and train you up on all that, so that if one of these things ever happens in the future, possibly one of us can get tasked to go out and be a part of a team that tries to figure out what it was that went wrong. So class is done, everything went well the past few weeks. I got my Texas mug for my collection and I'm ready to go home. Walking around Wichita Falls, it's about 99 degrees out. I think, oh yeah, found the world's tiniest skyscraper, or the world's littlest skyscraper, built in 1919, so yeah, it's like 3 stories. So they turned the inside, they turned the inside front of the littlest skyscraper into like a little boutique area. A lot of the stuff they were saying they keep circa 1920s era, since that's when it was built. Oh, that's a bathroom. Here we are. Climbing up the stairs. The Littlest skyscraper building, consisting of 4 floors, has a max capacity of 49 at one time. Each floor limited to 20 people. 1912, oil was gushing out of the ground in nearby Burke Burnett, Texas. Wichita Falls County's seat was the business center of the oil boom. There was an absolute frenzy of crude oil trading, and people were just crazy with money. Okay, so here we got a few more things. A little more clothes and jewelry, things like that. People were building fashionable new houses and trading buggies for Studebakers and Fords faster than dealers could supply them. God, I'm out of breath. It's hot as hell in here. Along comes J.D. McMahon, oil and promoter, see the urgent need for office space in Wichita Falls. Okay. All right, the next floor. Pretty cool chandelier or light fixture. Here we go. McMahon raises $200,000 from investors, about $3 million today. Somehow failed to mention he didn't even have the Oklahoma property owner's permission to build, or that space available was only 10 by 16 feet. He also failed to mention the scale of blueprints were in inches rather than feet. That's why it's the tiniest skyscraper, because he didn't do it in feet, he did the blueprints in inches. So instead of the 480 feet, it rose just to 40 feet. Oh wow. Got a little 1929 advertisement. Looks like we're at the top here. Bunch of little funny pictures of throughout the years. Wow. So yeah, it's even smaller than the trees out there. It's pretty cool. Oh, are these the blueprints? That's too funny. So yeah, just finish up this tour of this building and I'm ready to go home. All in all, a long couple weeks. I miss the family. I'm ready to get home. I'm about to cross into Oklahoma right here, and then it's on to getting on the plane and getting back onto my old schedule.